Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill Rickard, co-chair of the Teachers, accompanied by the Teachers College Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of Teachers College. Ladies and gentlemen, the President's Party. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill Rickard, co-chair of the Teachers College Board of Trustees.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. As co-chairman of the Board of Trustees of Teachers College, I have the honor of officially opening today's ceremony. On behalf of the entire community at Teachers College, as we celebrate our 125th anniversary, I welcome you to the 2013 Doctoral Hooding Ceremony. And it is now my very great pleasure to introduce the President of Teachers College, Susan H. Furman.
One moment. Good afternoon, and welcome to this exceptionally joyous occasion when we honor the talented, energetic, and persevering men and women who have earned the right to be addressed as doctor. Congratulations, doctors, you made it. Let's congratulate as well those who helped you make it, our outstanding faculty and dedicated staff, and of course all your family members and partners who are here today as well. It's a wonderful day to reflect on what you've accomplished at TC and to look ahead to what you hope to achieve in the years to come. And of course, it's a day to celebrate. It's very special for me, a special thrill, to participate in the hooding of our doctoral students, because when I received my doctorate at TC, we didn't have a hooding ceremony. And I've always thought that, or at least I wasn't invited to one, and I've always thought that hooding was a particularly powerful image of joining the full-fledged ranks of academia. It's also a joy to see the number of children in evidence here today. When I earned my degree, I had 3 of my own, one which was born just at about the time the dissertation was born. And it's so very much a part of doctoral students' life to have young children, particularly at TC, and our children and our families are all partners in our work, so welcome to all of those of you who are here. You're graduating during a milestone year for TC, our 125th anniversary. We're marking this year all year long with various events here and around the world. But of course, it's especially meaningful at graduation time when we launch another group of exceptional graduates into the world. I want you to know that you stand on the shoulders of giants, the leaders and pioneers who have walked the halls of TC over the decades and have helped to change the world in so many ways. I am particularly awed by the brilliance and insight of our founders and early leaders who nurtured this institution as a world-renowned center of new ideas, practices, and fields of inquiry. In fact, TC's visionaries also provided the blueprint for subsequent schools of education. As graduates, you can be rightly proud of the far-reaching influence of your alma mater. You are heirs to the vision of our first dean, James Earl Russell, who called for a training which would enable the student to see the relationships existing everywhere in the various fields of knowledge, even in the unity of all knowledge. What a marvelous way to describe the education you've received here, and how fitting that Russell's vision is even more relevant today in our hyper-connected and turbocharged world. We need more than ever to seek knowledge, understanding, and connection. This is the TC way. I urge you to continue to put Russell's vision into action whatever you do and whatever your sphere of influence is, whether you're working with one child or an entire nation. As you go into the world armed with your TC doctorate, I also want you to take pride in our legacy of firsts. It's a long list, and it continues to grow. All these fields, educational psychology, social studies education, urban education, gifted education, conflict resolution, nursing education, dance education, arts education, nutrition education, international and comparative education, spirituality and psychology, special education. We also granted the first graduate degrees in physical education and had the first School of Education program in computing and education. And remember that TC is the birthplace of the community school, the scholarly textbook, the yellow school bus, and the song Happy Birthday. The doctoral degree in education is another TC first. While our founding charter granted us the right to confer what was then called Doctor of Pedagogy degree, the EDD was an innovative degree introduced by TC and first conferred in 1935. Together, the EDD and the PhD serve the range of professional and intellectual interests of TC students, which at the time always were from all over the world and from states all across the U.S., including generations of aspiring African American teachers from the South who were denied admission by institutions in their home states. Now in the 21st century, it's your time to create future TC firsts and your own legacy. Dave Wright took the long road to receiving his PhD in education policy from TC. Before he came, David had already retired from a full and varied career in corporate government and public policy positions, everything from leading worldwide government and political affairs for a Fortune 20 company to senior staff positions at the White House and the U.S. House of Representatives. At TC, David brought his extensive policy background to the work of solving an electoral puzzle, the reason for low voter turnout among 18 to 20-year-olds. The existing research showed that the higher the level of education attainment, the more likely the person is to vote. But while this age group, 18 to 20, has a very high level of education, many of them are in an educational environment, they had the lowest voter turnout since 1971, the year that 18 to 20-year-olds got the right to vote. David wanted to know why. He found an answer in education, or rather the lack of it, specifically that high schools were falling short delivering civics curricula that are engaging and relevant to students. We need more aggressive citizenship education and voter registration on high school and college campuses. David plans to keep his hands in research and stay connected to TC, and he hopes to continue to advance education reform through evidence-based research that moves us in the right direction. For other graduates today, like Nali, the geographic road to TC can be long and riddled with obstacles. But Nali is a great example of how passion and persistence trump fear and lack of confidence every time. Growing up near Shanghai, China, Li felt she was a slow student. Reflecting on that time now, she says, she was developmentally not ready to learn the difficult concepts in math or the sciences, and she didn't get much support from her teachers. But Li faced her fears head on. Not only did she become a passionate learner of science and math, she was determined to become an educator. That goal led her to Teachers College, a place she calls her dream come true, a place where the Cognitive Studies and Education program and faculty member John Black would help her to combine her interests in cognitive science, technology, and education. For her dissertation, Lee designed a simulated computer environment to teach the idea of complex systems, such as the human digestive tract, to middle school students. And today, she received her doctorate degree in cognitive studies. Lee plans to stay in the U.S. for another 5 years to do postdoctoral work and research. Eventually, she wants to return to China, where she hopes to make a difference in the lives of children who struggle in school. There are so many wonderful stories among our graduates. You've engaged in research, learning, and practice that's helping to change lives, work that will resonate at TC long after you leave here today. We're all impressed by the tremendous variety of topics you've chosen for your doctoral research. Your dissertations range from studies of violent crime in New York City school neighborhoods to experiences of parents of autistic children, from collaborative work in virtual learning environments to the effect of new teacher induction on teacher turnover, from how women doctoral students navigate school, work, and motherhood to the pedagogic implications of The Daily Show. Okay. Could somebody please send me that one? I'm just curious. Clearly, you tackle real-world concerns in your scholarship, and your work will have real impact. So I expect great things from you. As TC graduates, you are uniquely prepared to meet the complex and often confounding challenges we face in our city, our nation, and our world. The challenges are very similar to those at the time of TC's founding. Industrialization and technology were creating both vast wealth and deep economic uncertainty. A vast new influx of people was pouring into the U.S. from nations around the world. Communities were grappling with issues of health, race relations, education, and crime. Sound familiar? We have much work ahead. We must transform our schools to ensure that every child has access to an excellent education. We must harness the power of technology and exciting new research on how the mind works to support more effective learning. We must help shape policy and practice on physical and mental health to address the most pressing needs in our communities, and so much more. TC has given you a strong foundation. Now it's up to you to put your own visions into action. This is your time to seize, your moment to make a difference. Despite challenges, I know that you can do this. As you go forth from here today, I urge you to honor the spirit of TC in all that you do. I want to leave you with the words of one of our founders, Nicholas Murray Butler, who wrote during another time of tremendous change and challenges, "Optimism is essential to achievement, and it's also the foundation of courage and true progress." Doctors, remember his words and look to the future with optimism and the courage to change the world. Thank you. We've now reached the moment in the ceremony when we honor an extraordinary individual whose life's work has advanced the cause of education. Among those honored at past ceremonies were Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Loretta Scott King, Senator George Mitchell, Pete Seeger, Tom Sobel, Lee Shulman, Gail Collins, Spike Lee, Linda Darling Hammond, and many others. At this doctoral hooding ceremony, we are honoring Director Lee Sing Kong, Director of Singapore's National Institute of Education. It's now my pleasure to introduce our Provost and Dean, Tom James.
Thank you, President Furman. It is my pleasure to introduce Celia Ganeshi, Professor of Education at Teachers College. She, in turn, will introduce our medalist, Lee Sing Kong, Director of the National Institute of Education in Singapore.
Thank you, Provost James. Good afternoon. What a privilege it is for me to be able to do this. Lee Sing Kong, among the nations of the world today, Singapore is virtually synonymous with educational effectiveness, thanks primarily to the role that Singapore's National Institute of Education, or NIE, has played under your leadership in creating a superb and highly respected teaching workforce. Indeed, Singapore has realized a vision that would be the envy of most schools, to say nothing of entire nations. Its teachers function as a professional community that is committed to sharing their practices and experiences and possesses unparalleled pedagogical skills and discipline-specific knowledge. Teachers in Singapore also enjoy a work-life balance that enables them, in your words, to concentrate on the core business of educating and mentoring children. Perhaps most important, you have strengthened the partnership between the NIE and Singapore's schools in order to engage senior teachers in mentoring students, and more broadly, to connect the theories imparted in teacher training to the realities of classroom practice. On your watch, each of these emphases has been codified in NIE's strategic plan and teacher education model for the 21st century. The latter sets an example for the world in calling for teachers to place learners in all their diversity at the heart of what they do. The model also encourages teachers to cherish the belief that all young people can learn and to view themselves as experts who collaborate to build a stronger community of practitioners. Perhaps only a researcher and educator who has led breakthrough change in his own field of inquiry could envision so sweeping a transformation across the entire teaching discipline. Earlier in your career, your award-winning research on aeroponics, the growing of plants in an air or mist environment without soil, facilitated the widespread application of that method to commercial agriculture in the lowland tropics. In fact, the fruits of aeroponics are on display at the Singapore International Airport, and I can attest to that. Your research in this area has also been adapted for growing plants that can be harvested for the production of new medicines. Schools in all nations serve a constituency of stakeholders that includes employers, parents, and increasingly diverse student population. Singapore is blessed with a visionary leader who recognizes that success will depend on attracting and retaining the very best teachers. Through NIE's consultancy arm, NIE International of Singapore, you also are sharing your nation's expertise in teacher education and leadership training with the rest of the world. And we at Teachers College are especially honored to have partnered with you to establish the Joint Master's Degree Program with the Department of Curriculum and Teaching.
Lee Sing Kong, as the world looks to Singapore for leadership in education, we are proud to recognize you for your brilliant leadership of your nation's educational enterprise, for your deep knowledge of teaching, your focus on students, and your long-range vision for educational excellence in Singapore and worldwide. It is my pleasure to present you with Teachers College's Medal for Distinguished Service.
Thank you, Celia. Thank you, Provost James, for the kind comments. A very good afternoon to the President of Teachers College, Columbia University, Professor Susan Furman, the Board of Trustees of Teachers College, the entire community of Teachers College, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great honor for me to be standing here before you to receive the Teachers College Medal for Distinguished Service, and I'm deeply humbled by this honor. I'd like to begin my address this afternoon by offering my heartiest congratulations to all the graduates gathered here in this cathedral. You have successfully completed yet another milestone in your life's journey, and you'll be well positioned to contribute to the betterment of our society's future, be it in the realm of education, psychology, or health. As you embark on the next phase of your journey through life, I would like to share with you some of my own thoughts and experiences. In your professional journey, you will no doubt encounter many challenges. But challenges can be opportunities as well. You may have dreams, but you often find these challenges as hurdles for you to achieve your dreams. This is a reality of every professional, new or seasoned, as we live in a world where there exists a diversity of thoughts and opinions. Not everyone will share our dreams and ideas from the start. How then should we respond? I will urge you not to be discouraged when you encounter challenges in your journey. While we ought to respect the ideas and perspectives of others, do persevere in what you believe in. And a time will come where others will be convinced by your perseverance and passion, and you will be able to make a real difference. Thus, never stop dreaming big dreams. If you persevere and believe in it strongly, there will be a day when the dream will become a reality. I wish to share with you how this dare to dream attitude, passion, and perseverance can lead to an imaginable outcome. In this globalized world, it is my dream that our education in schools ought to be more widely in tune to international perspectives so that our educators can bring relevant discussions into the classrooms. In a globalized world like ours now, our children, our students in the classroom ought to be exposed in greater dimensions to the perspectives of the world. So indeed, we must educate our educators to bring such a dimension into the classroom. So how can we do this effectively, especially through formal program collaborations? Perhaps joint programs where international partners could be the order of the new world. While joint programs such as Joint Masters are quite common in other disciplines, it is often envisaged that it is difficult for educational institutions to develop joint programs, as in the field of education that tends to require a deep contextualized practice. But I am firm in realizing my dream, as I strongly believe in it. I took the courage of raising this proposal with like-minded educators like President Susan Furman, who readily agreed to the proposal. While our thoughts are in sync and in harmony, we were quickly brought back to reality when we found out that the processes of approval from our universities and accreditation bodies would be arduous. Should these challenges prevent us from pursuing what we dream for? Certainly not. Supported by a team, a dedicated and a committed team from both Teachers College and National Institute of Education, NIE for short. In Singapore, we love to reduce long names to acronyms. So NIE for National Institute of Education. Through this team, we were able to overcome and triumph over these challenges, and in 2011, Provost Thomas James and I were very happy to launch a joint master's program, the first of its kind in Singapore. The first Masters of Art in Leadership and Educational Change saw its first intake in January 2013, and we now have opened up opportunities for graduate students from NIE and TC to gain perspectives from different international landscapes and systems. It is our dream to further grow this program, to tap into the regional markets in Asia so that TC philosophy and vision of education can be spread in Asia through your partnership with NIE. It is such collaborations that allow us to draw on our synergistic strengths and collective learning experiences to help us realize our mission of preparing our young of today to face the numerous demands of the 21st century global workplace and society. It is important that we educate a generation of good and responsible global citizens able to make a difference in the lives of each other and the world at large. In a fast-changing world, every norm and assumption needs to be questioned and challenged to ensure that we stay abreast with the time. Be it in education, psychology, or health, we must respond to changes with relevance and courage and determination. Responding to such changes in this spirit, NIE undertook a comprehensive review of our teacher education framework and developed a teacher education model for the 21st century, TE21 for short. TE21 captures the demands of the 21st century workplace and the advances in technological affordances, as well as the changing profiles of our 21st century learners, now dubbed as EPIC learners, who enjoy the first E, experiential learning, are eager, P, participate in the learning, and enthused by rich, I, imagery, and motivated by the connectedness and opportunities of group collaboration, the C. So our 21st century learners are now literally dubbed as EPIC learners, the digital learners of the 21st century. This mindset change must also be accompanied by changes in the physical learning environment. The traditional 20th century chalk and talk classroom is designed very much for didactic teaching. In this new landscape, our classroom design must allow for maximal opportunities for accompanying pedagogies that cater to the demands of the 21st century EPIC learners. Even the concept of library as a quiet sanctuary has to be challenged. We have situated in NIE at the heart of our library to allow maximal opportunities and exchange of cross-fertilizations of ideas. We put a cafe, a Starbucks cafe, right in the heart of the library so that the EPIC learners can enjoy the environment of connectedness and collaborative learning. Accordingly, NIE has also reconfigured our 72 tutorial classrooms to be collaborative classrooms empowered by technology to facilitate collaborative and interactive learnings by students in groups. In the effort that was undertaken with the teacher as the facilitator philosophy in mind, and the reconfiguration was done in close consultation with faculty members who added their voices in terms of the design of the classrooms that could bring about maximal interaction and collaborations between and among students and their teachers. Amidst the rhetoric about 21st century education, we must be mindful that we must deliver education in a way that is responsive to the landscape changes and the current demands faced, relevant both in terms of curriculum and pedagogy to the learning profiles of students today, and rigorous in the way we design, deliver, and assess. These three drivers of excellence underpin my institute's strategic plan for 2013 to 2017, which outlines our strategy for global success that can help us reach new frontiers of excellence in teacher education and educational research. With a basic premise that is values-driven, we embark on strengthening our theory-practice linkages through introducing the student-teachers' mind maps and learning journeys, guiding them as they walk the journey of learning. We encourage our student teachers to journal their learning journeys in e-portfolios. Journaling in e-portfolios will help them to integrate and aggregate their learning from pre-service to their clinical field experience and even to their beginning and professional teaching years. Our programs and activities were also designed to enable our student teachers to imbibe values such as their service to the community. Through their experiences, our graduates will learn to help their students translate their values into action. Education for the 21st century is not a luxury, but a necessity in preparing our young people for a fast-changing world. As educators, we must respond responsibly. As John Dewey, a pioneer of Teachers College, has reminded us, and I quote, "If we teach today's students as we taught yesterday's, we rob them of tomorrow." Graduates, as you leave this cathedral with your hard-earned and well-deserved doctoral degrees, do remember to be the change that you want to see in this world. Do dare to dream for a brand new world. And my heartiest congratulations to you all, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Once again, I thank the college for bestowing upon me this medal and this honor, and I hope that this symbolizes only the beginning of our continued partnership to push the global frontiers of education, one student at a time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emily Ondrachek-Peterson and Gianfranco Tornatore. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Hyland, co-chair of the Teachers College Board of Trustees.
That music was good. It's our great pleasure to introduce the department chairs, who will in turn announce each graduate as he or she is hooded by the provost and dean of the college, Dr. Thomas James. Ruth Vins for the Department of Arts and Humanities.
I want to thank the music and music education students for that wonderful music for our ears. I suppose we have 4 other words at least that we could say would be music to our ears today: graduate, graduate, graduation, and congratulations. With delight, I'm happy to represent our department faculty, students, and staff in honoring our doctoral graduates today. The most effective way probably to introduce these graduates would be for you to look sometime at your leisure in that little light blue book that lists dissertation titles. I'd ask you to browse those titles, noting the interests, concerns, and ways in which our now to be conferred graduates intend to live in, inquire about, and take action in the world. From explorations of the arts, literature, music, and languages, to examinations of new media in our increasingly complex digital age, from investigations of the artifacts of culture we inherit and create, to a search for philosophical and historical perspectives and understandings that inform our futures. These are the subjects and the passions that guide our research, teaching, social action in arts and humanities as we seek to examine diverse forms of human expression and as we encourage deeper aesthetic and ethical understandings of human learning and resourcefulness. Please join Arts and Humanities in recognizing the accomplishments of our 2013 doctoral candidates. Jay Shuttleworth. Timothy Patterson. Ashley Taylor. Dennis Urban. June Wei. Drew Fagan. James Alford. Margot Socorsis Mariah. Elizabeth Cohn. Carol Horhautzer Nitza. Nicholas Dozman. Samuel Rowley. Patricia Wunsch. Eric Gordon. Cami Lynn. Allison Villanueva. Deborah Soch. Florence Kaba. Mary Schuler DeWitt. Dimitrios Spiridakis. Gaetano LaRoche. Hei Chin Ree. Iris Bilstein. Linda Tomaselli. Ju Yang Jun. Ji Hei Shin. Itak Ajanshed. Lin Yasu. Emily Andrachak Peterson. Gianfranco Tornatori. With sadness and great respect, I add one more name to this class of 2013 celebration. Jeremy Hepner, Music and Music Education, in memoriam. Jeremy's presence is felt here today, and his absence is a reminder that we each will need to work in our own way and a little harder to make music in the world. Congratulations all.
For the Department of Biobehavioral Sciences, Stephen Silverman.
I'm pleased to present the doctoral graduates of the Department of Biobehavioral Sciences, where our students and faculty study areas related to health, physical activity, communication disorders, and learning. Our research focuses on extending theory in the fields of speech and language pathology, kinesiology, and neuroscience, as well as designing and assessing for both children and adults the efficacy of treatments and strategies that practitioners can implement in clinics, rehabilitation centers, hospitals, and schools. While small in number, our graduates are studying robust and important questions that answers impact the health and daily lives of individuals throughout the world. Please help me welcome the graduates of the Department of Biobehavioral Sciences. J. Cameron. Amy Layton. Benjapal Benjapalakorn. And please join me in congratulating the Biobehavioral Science graduates.
Marie Maville for Counseling and Clinical Psychology.
The Department of Counseling and Clinical Psychology prepares students to investigate and address the psychological needs of individuals, families, groups, and communities. Our doctoral programs in both clinical and counseling psychology are among the oldest and most rigorous in the field, and each doctoral program is accredited by the American Psychological Association. The graduates my faculty colleagues and I are honored to introduce to you today have all been trained to be knowledgeable and proficient researchers, strong educational and community leaders and advocates, and culturally competent practitioners. And now, our graduates. Dipaki Chakrabarti. Dimitri Young. Monica Brooker. Erica Roizen-Belsky. Alexandra Christine Saravanos. Lauren Appio. Christina Dorazio. Roshni Vasquez. Congratulations, graduates.
For the Department of Curriculum and Teaching, Marjorie Siegel.
It is an honor to present the 2013 doctoral graduates from the Department of Curriculum and Teaching. We take pride in the way their dissertations carry on the college and department's legacy of doing research that contributes to the greater good of public life. They have taken on some of the most pressing problems we face in the fields of early childhood education, urban education, inclusive education, and teacher education. And we are confident that they will continue to embody TC's values throughout their careers. Congratulations to all. Joni Coleman. Melanie Waynick. Joanne Forker. Deborah Lewison Grant. Roberto Garcia. Jeannie Kim. Wasim Masir. Hisu Che. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Jeffrey Hennig for Education Policy and Social Analysis.
If ingredients like curriculum and classroom teaching are the meat and potatoes of schooling, education policy can be thought of as the supply line that determines whether the ingredients are available, sufficient, and fresh. The faculty and programs in TC's Department of Education Policy and Social Analysis, EPSA, focus on how government, markets, and social conditions affect the enterprise of schooling and the broader endeavor of creating successive generations of citizens who are knowledgeable about important issues, able to critically analyze their needs and opportunities, and prepared to work together to make a better world. We welcome the graduates, doctoral graduates of EPSA. Ji-yoon Lee. Jennifer Kim. Di Zhu. Joe. Dong Guo. Olga Rodriguez. Mia Warner. Allison Rhoda. Congratulations to our graduates.
For the Department of Health and Behavioral Studies, Stephen Peverly.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Teachers College Doctoral Hooding Ceremony. And before I continue, I want to thank you on behalf of myself and all of the faculty in my department for all that you have done for all of our graduates. The Department of Health and Behavior Study consists of programs in health, applied psychology, and special education. Our mission is to train scholars and practitioners who will work to improve the health, learning, and social well-being of our children and adults. It is my distinct and true pleasure today to present to you the doctoral graduates of our department. They are an extraordinary, capable, and dedicated group of men and women who have worked extremely hard to attain their goal and appear before you today. Please congratulate our graduates. Amanda Howerton Fox. Michelle Vojvoda. Jennifer Montgomery. Umrita Bell. Christy Lynch. David Garcia. Michelle Montecalvo. Segret Ren. Elise Vasquez Iscan. Andrea Blair Dawson. Alicia Chung. Annie Ferry. Michelle Appel. James Martinez. Carmen Jimenez. Susan Trainer. Nigel Thomas. Elizabeth Belinfante. Leah McGuire. Erica Miller. Jean Marie Como. Lynette Wilford. Young Se Bay. Finally, Jasmine Lai. Abrar Al-Jazef. Marlon Delva. Lisa Tulo. Jessica New. Derek Shanman. Claire Cahill. Lisa Gold. Abigail Bucavalas. Marguerite Zeharek. Xiao Liang Pai. Dalia Majumdar. Kathleen Porter, Michelle Smallage, Christy Custodio Lumsden, Lorraine Mull, please give all the graduates from the Department of Health and Behavioral Studies a big hand.
John Black for the Department on Human Development.
The Department of Human Development covers basic areas like cognitive studies in education, developmental psychology, and measurement, evaluation, and statistics. We're also becoming increasingly involved in cross-cutting areas of those programs like learning analytics and cognitive diagnostic assessment. I'm pleased to present to you the 2013 graduates of the Department of Human Development. James Atkins. Shai Wang.
Nice to see you. Thanks, Dr. Black.
Jamie Kren. Na Lee. Jay Gao. Sunny Kim. Jessica Marini. Brian Patterson. Kyoko Tanaka. Carrie Motlos. Kara Carpenter. Dana Pagar. Aaron Bumgarner. John Doe Chen. John Paul Paolino. Ray Sheng. Chin Mao Chen. Sean Yanklowitz. Congratulations to our graduates.
For the Department of International and Transcultural Studies, Gita Steider-Kamsi.
It is a great honor for me to represent the Department of International and Transcultural Studies. It is a department with two programs, anthropology and international and comparative education. What binds us is the commitment to culture, context, and to fighting poverty, judging from the titles of the dissertation in the Blue Book. I would like to congratulate not only the students, but also the faculty who worked hard all these years with the doctoral graduates, but also the families, the friends, the children, the partners of the graduates. Join me in welcoming and congratulating the following doctoral graduates. Rehenuma Asmi. Karen Briner. Ariella Zeikerman. Kelly Nims. Grace Cho. Trisha Calendar. Yonsun Lee. Monica Matos. Jessica Cruz. Bear Lee. Sayaka Uchikawa. Alla Kortz. Carmina Makar. Ratana Selo. We are sending you the best wishes in your future career as scholars, advocates, and leaders in international education and in anthropology.
O. Roger Anderson for mathematics, science, and technology.
I'm pleased to present the candidates for EDD and PhD degrees, many of whom go forth to educate, innovate, and make life better for humanity. Will our candidates please come forward? Mark first. Oh, sorry, Mark Duza, sorry. Daegun Digan. William Edson. Inbar Metzler. Heather Gould. Hi there, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you too. Philip Stewart. Hi there, how are you doing? Congratulations. David Randall. Yes. Berglind Gistladottir. Björg Johansdotter. Suiv Lee. Hassan Shafiq. Reddy Wood. Monica Reddy Wood. Bonnie Lehet. Ho-Yun Cho. Hi, how are you? Sean Rajan. Philip Deturi. Derek Musa. Mihwa Kim. Johi Son. Brian Gregory. Selen Turkai. Congratulations to you. You want to go by Dan or by
Dan, please.
Dan Hoffman.
Very good. Good to see you.
Yes, And Jane Lewinter. Our congratulations to all and the best in their careers.
For the Department of Organization and Leadership, Warner Burke.
If your organization needs to be really well organized, to run much more efficiently and effectively than it now does, and maybe your organization needs to be changed and requires different and superb leadership, then these graduates are the ones that you should hire. Just bear in mind that as of today, their fees will be double what they were yesterday. Now let's see what high quality looks like, the graduates of the Department of Organization and Leadership. Milagros Castilla Montoya. Rebecca Nato. Delmy Lindoff. Hang on just a minute. Sosanya Jones. I can handle it. Jeannie Mack. Hang on. Amy Tu Wu. Su Young Chang. I can handle your name. I can handle it. Deborah Rex Rogers. You're so easy. Mary Lawson. Got it. I've even practiced it. Stephen Shukat. How are you? Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Good to see you. I guess I'll say the whole Thomas. Thomas Hafford. Hang on just a minute. Karen Dunkley. This last name of yours is going to kill me. Nicole Limperlos. Your name is easy, no problem. Nancy Coe. Colette Allen. Anne Marie Baltz. Zachary, I can handle this one. Zachary Van Rossum. I think I know. Avina Gupta. Now let's see. Who are you? Who are you? Michaela Castro. Good Lord. Frank Golam. Hang on just a minute. Ray Tan. Amy Beacom. Hang on. Peter DiCaprio. I'm going to let you go. Carol Denise Burks. Oh, I can handle this one. Linda Curtis Bay. Raymond Gonzalez. That's what high quality looks like.
Please join us in celebrating the class of 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick McGuire, President-elect of the Teachers College Alumni Association.
Congratulations, graduates. It is with great pleasure that today I formally welcome you as new members of the Teachers College Alumni Association. You are now part of some 90,000 professionals representing all TC's departments and programs in all walks of life, at all stages of careers. And they have made significant contributions that have enriched the world through their decisions and their actions. They have done so because of the people like those here today. Family, friends, professors and sponsor, administrators, trustees, and benefactors. As President-elect of the Alumni Association, I want you to know how valuable your participation in the life of the Alumni Association is. The link that holds us together is Teachers College. Shared experiences, friendships, amazing conversations that spark new thinking, disasters and triumphs, arranging the oral defense of your dissertation, missed buses and trains, and of course, searching for a parking space. I hope you will continue to stay involved in the life of the TC community, whether on campus, virtually, or by participating in our activities throughout the world. As you begin your new phase of professional life, know that you graduate today during a historic year, our 125th year anniversary. You are part of our history, and we will always be here to support you. As my mentor told me on my graduation day 19 years ago, now as a professional, your work begins. Celebrate today, for your work begins tomorrow. Continue to be an active part of the TC history. Congratulations and welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Hyland.
On behalf of the trustees of Teachers College, I want to congratulate each of you on your extraordinary achievement. We thank your families and friends for joining with the faculty and staff of Teachers College to recognize you, our doctoral graduates of the class of 2013. Please join us for light refreshments in the dining room and Everett Lounge at Teachers College. And friends and family, we ask that you remain in your seats until all the doctors have departed. Congratulations.